In this episode, we're going to finish up the work on your business chassis with the ultimate goal of improving your bottom line profits by over 60% this next year. Today, we're going to dive into the fifth of 5 areas, your profit margins, and look at a few ways to improve them by at least 10% over the next 12 months. Are you ready to nail down a win on stage 24 of this year's Tour to Profit? Let's get into it.
Welcome to Why Business Teams Fail and How to Avoid It, a show helping small business owners build a radically engaged team that can run the business without you so you can remove the stress from owning a business and enjoy the freedom you deserve. Now, here's your host, Rich Allen.
Today you'll learn that while many business owners are fearful of increasing their prices, sometimes it's the best and right thing to do for your business health. That every industry has a standard gross margin range, and we need to make sure that your gross margins are in the range or better. And that making a few minor adjustments in your efficiencies and your overhead structure can transform your so-so business into a profit engine. Here's my question for you this week. Do your profit margins reflect how good your business truly is? Over the past 4 weeks, we've covered 4 of the 5 elements of your business chassis: lead generation, lead conversion, increasing number of transactions, and increasing your average dollar sale. Each of these by themselves is a significant driver of growth and profitability in any business. Together, they represent the most powerful combination of elements that can truly change the trajectory of your business. The power comes from the multiplication effect that these have on your business financials. This week, let's cover the 5th and final element of your business chassis, your profit margins. Needless to say, profit margins are critical to your profitability. You can have a fast-growing business, but without acceptable profit margins, your efforts to grow your top-line revenues will be for nothing. It's important that you not only know your overall margins, but that you know them by each product you sell and for each service you provide. Why is this so important? Because you want to make sure you're promoting and selling your highest margin products and services whenever you can. Your high-margin products and services are the ones that provide the resources to cover your costs and provide you with incremental profits to reinvest in your business. There are 2 primary ways you can improve your profit margins in your business: reduce your expenses or raise your prices. Most business owners cringe at the thought of raising prices, especially in today's fragile market. But if you've done the hard work of creating a unique selling position and have truly differentiated yourself from your competition, then raising your prices is a real and viable option. It's mainly fear of the unknown that keeps business owners from taking the bold step to increase their margins through a price increase. But studies have proven that your loyal customers are not doing business with you because of price alone. Most understand and appreciate your rationale for needing to take a price increase and will remain strong, loyal customers. That is, if you've treated them like they were special and found ways to deliver more value than they expected of you. To help you gauge whether or not you should consider increasing your sales price on your products and services, let me share a few standards to compare your results against. If you manufacture your own products, you should be targeting a gross margin in the range of 35 to 45% or higher. If you're in the distribution business, then your gross margin targets should be 25 to 35% or higher. If you're in a professional services business, your gross margin should be somewhere around 60 to 70% or perhaps even higher. Or if you're in a retail business, your gross margins should range somewhere around 50 to 55% or higher. It goes without saying that there are nuances and each business has its own unique characteristics and competitors to contend with. But these ranges should give you a good idea of whether you're competitive with your pricing model. If you fall below or well below these ranges, then there may be something fundamentally wrong with your purchasing or supply chain efforts. While this may seem like a negative, the reality is you've got lots of room for improvement, and that's a good thing. My advice is to always look hard at what you can do to improve your gross margins first, before you begin considering cost-cutting measures in other parts of your business. That being said, once you feel you're in a good place with your gross margins, then you should look at your overhead costs and see if there are opportunities to make improvements there. In this area, there are three primary ways you can improve your margins: by cutting costs, by eliminating waste, and by gaining efficiency. Cost cutting is oftentimes easier, but not necessarily the right move to make when you're trying to grow your company. Eliminating waste is always good, but oftentimes cutting expenses comes in the form of eliminating services, reducing staff, or degrading your ability to deliver on your promise. Be careful not to impact your operational efficiency and speed of delivery when reducing your expenses. The last thing you want to do is become a Me Too business simply because of your efforts to cut costs. Now, with that caution in mind, there are always ways to gain efficiency and reduce the effective cost to your system. Toyota and other large manufacturing companies, particularly those based in Japan, are masters at eliminating costs through waste reduction, efficiency gains, reduced work and process inventories, and unnecessary movement of people and supplies. If they can do it, so can you. When was the last time you critically evaluated your business operations with an eye towards gaining efficiencies and reducing unnecessary steps in your process? This is a powerful way to reduce your costs while at the same time improving your productivity and customer satisfaction. If you're not familiar with the tools and techniques for doing this, drop me a note and I'll direct you to them. The challenge is to first know your margins, then be purposeful about improving them on a regular and steady basis. The trend for your margins should always be favorable. Work hard on this last segment of the business chassis, and you will position yourself for phenomenal growth and incredible profits. Not a bad outcome for the effort involved. As we wrap up today's podcast, let me leave you with these simple thoughts. Number one, you need to be aware of the typical gross margin in your industry and then set your target to be higher than the norm. Number two, don't be afraid to entertain raising your prices unless you haven't done anything to make your business unique from your toughest competitors. And number three, once you have your gross margins in the right range, turn your focus towards incremental improvements and increased efficiencies to establish your best possible profit margin. If you'd like some additional support as we ride this Tour to Profit race, or you want to tap into our free resources, simply go to my website, tourtoprofit.com. You'll find everything you need there. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to tune in next week when we're going to discuss Stage 25, Shifting Gears Through Leverage. You won't want to miss it. Now, go make it a great week, and whatever you do, ride hard.
Thank you for listening to Why Business Teams Fail and How to Avoid It. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends so you don't ever miss an episode. Now go make it a great week, and whatever you do, ride hard.